All right, Flames fans, it's time we had the talk. You know it, I know it, this team isn't going anywhere fast. So instead of trying to fight for that 8th seed and getting bounced in 5 games, maybe it's time to accept reality and go all in on tanking for Gavin McKenna. Let's be honest, the Flames are stuck in the NHL purgatory. Not bad enough to bottom out, not good enough to compete, just existing. But Gavin McKenna could change everything. This kid isn't just good, he's electric. The kind of player that can flip a franchise overnight. Maybe, that might be a stretch. But you know what I mean. We're talking elite vision, hands, speed, hockey IQ. He's got it all. Think of a mix between Bedard's creativity and McDavid's edge work. Yeah, he's that kind of special. So why cling to mediocrity? If you're going to rebuild, commit to it. Trade some vets, stockpile picks, let the kids play. Lose some games on purpose if you have to. Because imagine this, McKenna and Flames red. Top line with Connor Zary and Dustin Wolf backstopping a young, hungry team. You got Zane Parekh coming up as well. That's not a rebuild, that's a reset. So Flames fans, it's time to stop pretending this team is a playoff contender. Fire up the tank, embrace the chaos, and say it with me. Tank for Gavin McKenna. Tank for Gavin McKenna. Tank for Gavin McKenna! Am I wrong? Are you going to tell me I'm wrong? I know you're not going to tell me I'm wrong because it's honest to God truth. The Flames have been the middle of the pack kind of team for maybe all my life. Except for, the year that everyone had them pegged to winning the cup. I will say that Flames team was probably one of the most fun hockey teams I've ever watched. Like, imagine being a Flames fan for that regular season. Don't touch on the playoffs because obviously the Oilers, they did what they did, and the rest is history.
Game 5, and McDavid scores! Game winner! Series winner!
But I mean, that Flames team was just insane. I remember their goal differential was like 70 goals or something like that. It was insane. And then that top line of Lindholm and Tkachuk and Gaudreau. Giordano had a career year. Rasmus Anderson was clicking. Jacob Markstrom led the league in shutouts. And Mangiapane, also 30-goal scorer that year. Yeah, if you're a Flames fan, drop a comment down below. Like, was that not the most fun season ever? Had to have been. And don't you want those years back? That's what I want. And I'm an Oilers fan, man. But I tell you, for me, hockey, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, hockey is at its peak when the Battle of Alberta takes, full focus of every headline, every storyline. It's, what's going on in this Battle of Alberta? This one should be good. Yeah, it hasn't been like that since the playoffs that year. Like, the Battle of Alberta has been pretty lackluster. So that's my thoughts. But we're going to get into it. Gavin McKenna to the Flames, why it should happen, why I would want it to happen, why... obviously, if you're a Flames fan, you're like, I want this to happen so bad. So just going to share my thoughts on it, why it would be so cool. And if you're new to the channel, I'm YouTube Trev. This is Above Average. Thank you for clicking on this video. Really, really appreciate it. As always, guys, stay to the very end of this video because it's a sponsored segment of every video right here at Above Average, brought to you by www.timetrackers.ca, where I highlight the most liked comment in my previous video. So if you want to drop a comment down below, I interact with every single one. If you don't believe me, just give it a go. Drop something. Say something funny. Whatever you want. And if it gets the most likes, I'll be giving it a shout out in my next video. So thanks for all the continued support, guys. Y'all have been absolutely crushing it. And without further ado, let's hop into this bad boy. So yeah, there's a few things I want to talk about. First off, just like, why now? Why now? Well, you know what? Why now? It's because you look at where the Flames are. The last time I checked, they were last. I think now is as good as, any time ever. Like, you see where you are. Clearly, with the talent, with the team, with the players, the personnel, whatever you want to say, they are not going to come out of this. They are not going to. I'm sorry. You got the Minnesota Wild, who are 27th in the league. They might snap out of this. The Florida Panthers, 26th in the league. They're obviously going to snap out of it. Washington Capitals, 25th. They might snap out of it. What I'm getting at, the Calgary Flames are not going to snap out of it. So you can either do a few things. You can hold on to... No. And you know what? Screw that. I was just going to say, like, if the Flames roster, technically, they can finish last with their roster right now, and you don't have to trade the Nazem Kadris. You don't have to trade the Jonathan Huberdeaus, right? But at the same time, like, do you want to build a franchise? Gavin McKenna comes in playing with those guys, or do you want to, get a fresh air, get a new look? That's probably what you're going to want to do. Not to mention, I feel like Nazem Kadri, put him on a good team, that guy's going to perform, so you could probably get quite a bit for him, a few prospects and picks. Yeah, that's probably what the Flames want to do or should do. Jonathan Huberdeau, that's another thing, man. I think it's time to just stop holding on to maybe this is the year that he's going to snap out of it, because I know last year was his best year in Calgary, and I know coming into this year, it's like, finally, he can just focus on playing hockey. The distraction, is he ever going to live to that contract, live up to it? Those talks have kind of, as time usually does, it just, people stop talking about it, right? New contracts come in, and so people are holding on to it. No, he's been not great. Kind of the whole roster's been not great. So now, and there's no better time than now, is what I'm saying. There really isn't. You can't keep holding on and just be this middle of the pack team. As for where they were last year, I know a lot of people, some media members, some experts, fans were saying, no, they might take a step forward this year. That is not the case, and I didn't think it would be. I thought last year that they might be able to surprise some people. I actually did a video of saying that they could make the playoffs, and they just missed, which is kind of crazy. But as you see, sometimes really, really good teams, they suck the next year after having a solid year. And I wouldn't say that this Flames team last year was a really, really good team. So making the playoffs was going to be a stretch. I didn't think they were going to do it this year. I thought they were going to take a step back, which is what you kind of see from teams time and time again. So yeah, the Flames, there really is no better time than now, man. There really is. So just open up shop, get them all gone. Nazem Kadri, Rasmus Andersson, and Jonathan Huberdeau. I doubt anyone's going to take that contract though. But for sure, Rasmus Andersson, could they get some picks? Could they move Mackenzie Weegar? Maybe, but then is that a player you probably want? Also maybe. But Nazem Kadri for sure. That guy's as good as gone. I think the Flames are going to start realizing that maybe as early as December, like middle of December, like, okay, the season's done. Like, let's just start, looking forward. And looking forward is kind of what they want to do. And that brings us to, the future of the Calgary Flames. And what's next? Coronado's kind of taking a step back. I know Connor Zary was the talk of Calgary a few years ago. He was looking really, really good, and he's kind of struggled. He hasn't quite brought his game up to that level where it was 2 years ago. Same with Coronado for that matter. You got Zane Parekh. You've got Dustin Wolf, who is just getting, I'm sorry. Dustin Wolf is sick. He is awesome. And does he look awesome out there? He shows glimpses of it, but it's this team in front of him, man. I think, what did he say not too long ago? He's like, I can't score goals. I can't. The Flames just cannot score at all. Their offense is just brutal. Is it not last in the league, man? Their goals for, what is it? Yeah, the second last behind the New York Rangers for goals for. 36 goals they've scored this season, which isn't a lot at all. So you got to start building to the future. And I'm sorry, the whole premise of this video, is just let's just look forward to, what can happen. And you look at what Matthew Schaefer's, I don't have to tell you what a first overall pick can do to your franchise. But when it's a Gavin McKenna-like player, man, you gotta try to do everything in your power to just suck. I'm sorry, it's the truth. And like I said, it's not a rebuild, it's a reset. This is a hard reset, but it would be a mighty fine good one. If you land Gavin McKenna, just think of what that does to your franchise. You're on the cusp of getting the new arena in Calgary, which was sick. I'm sorry, this just has to happen. It has to happen. As an Oilers fan, please, just make this happen. So Gavin McKenna to the Calgary Flames, guys. What are your thoughts on that? Flames fans, if you're any new Flames fans out there watching this video or stumbling across my channel for the first time, what are your guys' thoughts? Because, growing up, I grew up in southern Alberta. I'm living in Edmonton now, but Pincher Creek, shout out Pincher Creek, that's my home. And just surrounded by Flames fans everywhere I look. That's all I see. Everywhere. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that, but all my family is Flames fans. Shout out to my family. Shout out Grandma, love you. But that's kind of just what they've been my whole life. Aside from 2004, bring it back a few years when I was 6, I remember that. I was in kindergarten. I remember that all my friends in class were like, oh, the Flames, they might win the cup. Aside from that year, man, like I said, there was the 2021 year. They were just unreal, but they've really just been a middle of the pack team. And if you're a middle of the pack team, you're always going to be a middle of the pack team unless something drastic happens. And I feel like I'm speaking for Flames fans. They're just like, please, like, just enough with this tinkering between, being a 18th spot team to 14th, like, let's just either really, really suck. So that's how it is. You really, really suck to be really, really good. You look at the Montreal Canadiens for the last few years, and even not them, but like the San Jose Sharks, they're coming on up. They sucked. The Anaheim Ducks, they sucked. Look at them this year, first in the Pacific. You have to be really, really bad to be really, really good. You do. It's the truth. So I think now is as good a time as ever. Gavin McKenna's, they don't come around that often. And if you have a chance to get a Gavin McKenna, wouldn't you want to be in the race, the thick of it? You have to be, especially with, like, you already have 3 pieces. I'm a big, I'll wrap up this video on this, but I'm a big believer. You look at the last 20 years, all the championship teams in the NHL. You have an amazing superstar centerman. It's true. Or just like a unbelievable centerman. Yes, every single team has had one. And then you go to your defense. You have a cornerstone, just awesome defenseman. Everyone has one. And then your goaltending, everyone has an unreal goalie. It's true. I swear. That's my formula to making a really, really good team, which is why the Oilers haven't won it. You look at their goaltending. They suck. Anyway, so you've already got Zane Parekh, who I think is going to be, in the next 5 years, probably a top 10 defenseman in the league. You got Dustin Wolf, who I just say the exact same thing. He's probably going to be a top 10 goalie in the next 3 years, I'd say. Just get a better team around him. And then Gavin McKenna, you give it 5 years, he could be a top 5 player in the world. It's crazy to say, but the Flames build on that. I mean, I feel like it's so obvious of what they should do. So that's my thoughts, guys. But what are your thoughts? I want to hear it. Drop a comment down below. Thanks for all the continued support. Really, really appreciate it. Got another cool video coming up next, so be tuned for that. I'm liking this, talking other teams as opposed to just the Oilers. I like it. I actually really do. So yeah, join on board. This is above average. We're on pace. Or if we can get 7,000 subs by the end of the year, that would be awesome. We're at 6,623. 7,000 subs at the end of the year, that would be dope. Help your brother out. But it is that time of the video, brought to you by timetrackers.ca, where they work around the clock for you. It's an Alberta-based company with clocks all over Canada. You want a nice clock like this? Go check them out. www.timetrackers.ca. Like I said, the most liked comment in my previous video, I did it on the Oilers, and I said Oilers fans should be used to this by now, sucking to start the season. I tell you what, last night, that was just god-awful, man. That sucked. You want to know something that sucked? That sucked, man. Worst loss in over a decade. Just brutal. Anyway, most liked comment in my previous video, it would appear to be this one. Shout out to Induced Comics. Dry 97 both hinted in the preseason at how the last 3 playoff runs have drained them. I think they are consciously or subconsciously conserving their energy for the playoffs, which I don't blame them. If they make the playoffs, because I tell you what, if they play like they did last night, they might be tanking for Gavin McKenna too. Okay, that wraps up this video, guys. Honestly, God bless you all. Thank you so much for all the continued support. Really, really appreciate it. Like I said, leave a like. It's the best way to show your support. Drop a comment down below. And I hate to ask, but if you made it this far, give me a sub as well. That would be awesome. So take her easy. I'll see you in the next one. Don't be average when you can be above average. Peace.